me to tell you why I'm interviewing you before or
Yes.
after?
No.
Okay. So the reason why I'm interviewing you is because I've seen such a growth in
I
you.
don't know.
You know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because last year it was really bad. I didn't even understand anything last year. And, like, this year I feel, like, more confident in, like, my math.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like I noticed that too.
Yeah.
And so it's something that I feel like I want to just kind of, I don't know, ask you a little bit more about why you think that is. Okay? So it's something that I'm just like really curious about because I think it's very impressive.
All right.
Okay? So the first thing I'm going to ask you, and you kind of answered it a little bit, is what was math like for you at the end of 7th grade?
It was tough because, like, I really didn't understand the math before. That's why I didn't like math last year.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we don't have Miss Shepherd anymore, and we have you.
So what was it about like the way that I explained things that you think was better?
Like, when you like, I feel I feel like more confident in opening myself, and yeah, I feel like I should give you an opportunity to let me know what you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Thanks. So why did you choose this emoji for the beginning of the year?
Because, alright, like I said, last year I didn't know any math and everything. This year I started like with not even good at math. But now that I have numeracy, I think that you've been my teacher from numeracy, because regular math, I remember it was you were the sub of Miss Shepherd.
Yeah.
And Miss Shepherd was the original one. I kind of like how she explained, but I think in numeracy you helped me more on that.
Was there like a moment in numeracy where you felt like where it occurred to you that you liked the math that we were doing in numeracy? Like, can you think of a specific time?
When we were talking about what's missing about the graph, yeah.
Oh.
That was my favorite.
All the way back to taps.
Yeah.
And like what was missing?
Yeah. And then I felt confident even more when I decided to have more friends and everything. See, Caitlin wasn't my friend last year, and now we've gone more closer.
Yeah.
I was always shy last year, but this year I promised myself I'll be confident in everything.
So it's like a outside of math class too. You have like a little bit more confidence.
Yes.
Cool. So okay, so we kind of talked about this a little bit in the beginning, and then the second emoji.
Yeah, I choose these two because like I feel good at math, but I think I need a little bit more just to have a number 4. But number 4 is like I like how I'm participating in everything. I help you out like with the class. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that time that you were the teacher.
Oh yeah. That was my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So another question, you kind of answered this a little bit when you talked about the taps, and that was like a which one? Was that a which one doesn't belong?
No.
What was missing? Or was that when we did it on the document reader and you had to go to the 4 corners? Okay. I remember. So.
That was also interesting. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, I wish we did more activities like that actually.
Yeah.
But if you could pick something like of the class, like the kind of things that we do pretty regularly in math class, what's your favorite part? What's the favorite
Regular part of math class? I like working with other groups, but for example, there's some students that don't do the work, right?
Yeah.
I don't like working with them because they get credit of what my partner and I did. So I like working with people that would actually do their work.
Yeah. That makes sense. Do you like the group work? And when we do group work, do you like it when we do like worksheets, the posters, the sorting? What's your favorite? Posters.
Yeah. And numeracy too.
And numeracy too.
Yeah. Because sometimes when I do understand the work, I tell everybody else to do the rest of the work, like for example to draw, to write the title and everything, right? But I'll write the explanation because I like doing that.
Cool. Oh, so you like explaining your thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about Because something I noticed, one of the first things I noticed was when you started speaking out more in class and disagreeing with other people.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
I like disagreeing with people, but then sometimes I'm wrong when I disagree. So, like, I was like, you know what, all right.
How do you feel when you're wrong when you disagree?
I feel like okay because I know I was just wanted to play around too. Sometimes I just argue with people just to play around.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's okay if you have like the wrong answer in math class?
Yeah. But I sometimes get mad. I'm like, you know, when people always want to be first in line and everything. That's me.
Do you feel like, what do you think my reaction is if you're wrong in math class?
You're like, I like your thinking, and like I like when you like give people some credit of how they think and everything, and you explain why they thought that. That's what I liked.
Thanks. Okay. Also, something I wanted to say about this group thing. So did you know that, so for this activity that we're doing in math today and yesterday and tomorrow, the way that I did the groups was the problems that we're doing for the MCAS, some of them are things we've already seen, and some are things that we haven't seen and we won't get to, but I want to give certain people the challenge of doing it. So you know when I was making the groups, do you notice who you're with in those groups?
Yeah, I'm with like Amy and Ziggy. They're the people that knows more than me.
Well, you say that, but I don't think that's true.
Why you say that?
I put you with that group because I thought the three of you would work really well together on that problem. That's something we haven't seen before. And you guys will probably be the only people who get exposed to that. How do you feel about that?
Feel good. The only way I understand the questions was when Amy like explained it, and Ziggy was like arguing with her, like saying that if it's 80 degrees it should go on the bottom, and then Amy thought it should go on the side, and then they both came up to a valid answer. They said it should go on the bottom one, but they didn't know if it should go upside down or upside up. I was just listening into that conversation. You know what? I did not know that. Because you normally, when you put stuff like that, you sometimes leave it the same down.
Yeah.
But now that you have to go like that and then flip it,
yeah,
that's when I noticed. And also, where is it? Where's your group?
The group that has that one is this one back here.
Wait. This one? Okay. And also, when we were trying to, if you see our poster, we didn't want to like draw it on there, so we used like the graph paper, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it upside down, and it made it easier.
See, that's a really clever idea. Is literally picking it up and turning it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that.
I didn't think about that at first because I didn't even know what it was about, the question and everything.
Yeah.
But now,
But
I kinda
see,
like it.
you contributed something to that group. That was a really clever idea. That's a really smart idea. That actually might be how I teach that in the future. So I have 2 more questions. All right. So how do you feel about going into 9th grade math?
I don't really, I've never seen 9th grade math, so I won't say I'm confident, but I know I will be prepared. I will be prepared, yeah.
You know, a lot of the math that we're doing here you'll see again in 9th grade, but
Yeah.
they'll just have like a little extra. So remember how we were doing the 2 lines? You're going to learn how to solve that with like the balance method, you know?
Oh.
So it's similar to 8th grade math, but just like a little extra. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then is there anything else that you wanted to add?
No. Actually, yeah. I think the way you explain the stuff is better than the teacher I had before. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like. That's why you see me open myself more and everything. Yeah.
Good.
Only because I like how you explain it more. But there was once that Miss Shepherd was our sub. I was working, I think, with. Oh, this was in regular math class. She explained something and like. I kind of understood it. Then I understood it. So yeah, I think she does kind of explain, but I just don't pay attention.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here I'm gonna write that in.
You know how people like try and pay attention, but they don't understand, so they don't pay attention?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like, once one thing doesn't make sense, then you're like, well, how am I going to get the rest of it?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for letting
You're
me ask you
welcome,
these
miss.
questions.